welcome back to another news clip section on Switch to Linux. Well, today what we're going to look at is Outlook simplifying a scammer's game. That's right. You get all these emails with all these scammers, all these things. Well, Outlook, Microsoft teaming up with Outlook and all of their advanced card system to make it a whole lot easier for scammers to steal money from you. What? That's right, man. That's right. We're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about a few other Microsofty and other things as we dive into the privacy news. First in the privacy news, this one's a little disconcerting to me. Microsoft has a new app. It's literally called Your Phone app. I know Microsoft is not very original in all of their apps names, but this is literally called Your Phone app. In fact, I will prove it to you. Head to the Microsoft Store. Go on over here. We are now on the Microsoft Store, and it is simply called Your Phone. I think that the marketing team was on vacation this week. We need a name for this thing. What's the name? I don't know. Your Phone app. That's what it does. It connects your phone. Let's call it Your Phone. Okay. All right. But anyway, what Your Phone app does is there's an app that will integrate everything that your phone can do, which is a scary amount of data, and everything Windows 10 can do, which is a scary amount of data, and combines them. This is so creepy. Now Microsoft can just get everything. Everything. Now, of course, what this does, the convenience factor is, okay, you're now at your home office, or you got your computer, you got your phone here, blah, blah, blah. You got your headphones in, you're jamming to something, getting some work done, and a phone call comes in. The cool part about this is you can now utilize your computer screen and everything on your computer to answer the call. You can talk to people through your computer speakers. You can interact with text messages. All of the stuff that you would otherwise do on your phone. Once your phone is by your computer, you no longer have to mess with your phone. Now your computer does everything. That's the good news. The bad news, in order to do that, is Microsoft has to know every single thing on your phone and every communication with your phone. This is just Microsoft's way of grabbing a whole lot of information about your phone. Isn't that awesome? So link your phone and your PC. So you can go ahead and have a look at that. Of course, this is part of Windows Timeline, which is their system of being able to pass off things back and forth. We've talked about that a while ago when it first came out. More information on fun stuff. So Google Pay is now doing something that Apple has done since, I think, 2012, where now you can get all of your tickets and all of this other kind of stuff stored in your phone, because you don't want to get your concert tickets, your plane tickets, whatever else, and lose them. So now we store everything on our phone. Of course, what happens when you lose your phone? There's always things to lose until we can get that implant right into our hand or our forehead that will scan and have everything about us so we can shop, engage in commerce, and all this kind of fun stuff. When we definitely won't lose anything unless, we cut off our hand or something. Whoops. But now we can store it all on our phone. Very convenient, except, phones actually get lost or broken or stolen too. But anyway, regardless, they're doing this now with Southwest Airlines. I'm not sure why. If I were a company, the last company I'd probably want to deal with is an airline right now. But anyway, you can pick up your airline tickets and store those directly on, so you have your boarding pass application. So basically it allows you to utilize your Google Play to store store this information. Then they're talking about more services are going to be coming down the line, like Ticketmaster, because with Ticketmaster, you get tickets. It's just such an inconvenience to have to print those things out. You might even just have the ticket as a picture on your phone. You might have to print the thing out. It's a royal pain in the petunias to push a print button, to carry a piece of paper in 2018. Screw that, facial recognition. Just because, facial recognition works perfectly fine. Now, this is just something that showed up in the internal board meetings. It's nothing that they haven't come out and said, we are going to attach all of your purchases to your Face ID. The day they do that is the day I will completely say don't ever use Ticketmaster again. Of course, it's using Blink technology. Blink, a brand new company aimed to identify people by walking in half a second even if they're not looking straight at a camera. Excuse me, is it 1984? Kitty, is it 1984? The cat concurs. It is 1984. A new technology called Blink can do a facial scan, apparently, in half a second, even if you're not looking straight at the camera. Creepy. But anyway, Ticketmaster is investing in this Blink identity program. So there's just a little note from a note to investors. We will continue investing in new technologies to further differentiate Ticketmaster from others in the ticketing business. It added Blink's technology could let you associate your digital ticket with your image and then just walk into the show. It's like one of these facial recognition things was put into, I think it was Australia. I can't remember exactly. Maybe it was Austria. I forget which one. But basically what you do is you walk through, and it's a digital fish tank. You have to walk through this big corridor that's a digital fish tank. You got all these fake fish floating all over, and you look around to see what all's in there, and that's all the thing needs to do to scan everything in your head. And as you simply walk through this corridor, the security guy will see a check, 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 and if you're not the guy, it's like duck, 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 goose, goose 'em, you know, and that's kind of the thing that they're doing. Very similar to this technology, so you just kind of walk through the show. So you either got the walk through the show guys over here, or you got the guys who have to hand out their tickets. Which honestly, if you've been to an event that you have to hand in a ticket to get in the door, yeah, if you have to buy the ticket, that's a different thing. But most big venues, there are separate places to buy the tickets and separate places to walk in the tickets. And I can never ever remember walking in and handing somebody a ticket taking a whole ton more time. This is just freaky. Do we really need to share our facial recognition data with Ticketmaster? For crying out loud, people. Get your entertainment in check. And now the story we've all been waiting for. How is it that Outlook is going to simplify a scammer's game? Well, because they're starting this new system with these adaptive cards, the actionable messages. So this is in Outlook. Now, of course, Microsoft has this problem. Is this Outlook the service or is this Outlook the client? And I still don't know. I haven't a clue. I don't know if this is Outlook the client or Outlook the service. Microsoft has a stupid idea. Like, they don't know how to name stuff. But anyway, in Outlook now, Office 365, so presumably this is the service, you now have these actionable messages you can use. So an actionable message is when you're using one of the services like the Outlook client or Office 365, you have what are called the adaptive cards. So they're building these adaptive cards that look kind of like this thing on the screen. So, you know, you can say, well, here are the 3 available times. We have to complete this session. Here are 3 available times, and you push the button, it'll automatically adds to your calendar. So it's a way that you can send an email and quickly interface. Well, one of these new adaptive cards actually allows you to process payments in your email. So you get the thing with an adaptive card, and you get an invoice from blah blah products, and $10 is due, and you have the ability to click the button and confirm and pay the payment. So the way this works is your adaptive card is tied into your Microsoft Pay account, which is either tied to your credit card, your debit card, your banking information, or PayPal. And so you get one of these cards, it's like, oh, you have an invoice due, you click the confirm button, and the money comes out of your account. Now, I probably get a couple dozen scammy emails a day, and some of them are kind of funny because some of them like look legitimate. Like you could almost fall for it if I actually had a WhatsApp account. WhatsApp was a flavor of the week. I got another one recently that was good enough that I saved it. I forget what it was now. But these scammers are getting very sophisticated with emails. And the number of people I deal with, which I am very sad to say, do not always have the greatest brains in their heads, click on a lot of things that they shouldn't be clicking on. And something comes to the inbox that says, oh, here's your invoice. Dude, you send out an email like this, utilizing this technology, deploy some bot to scrape through that old skill, which is simply to send everybody in your contact list the same email, pay your invoice, send out your email. You're going to get 1 or 2 people that are going to click that button. Oh, I must owe him money. Click. And then you've just paid a scammer. This is a very convenient way to send an invoice. Ooh, I'm going to send the invoice, and you just click the button and it confirms. Of course, one of the biggest problems I see is this, again, ties you into that big corporate thing. Do I want a Microsoft Pay account? No. I'm sorry, if you have a bill I need to pay, I will work out payment arrangements with you otherwise. I'm not going to need a Microsoft Pay or an Apple Pay or a Samsung Pay or a Google Pay. I don't need all of these types of things, and it becomes dangerous when we have these big accounts tied to our Microsoft accounts, used for all of these things that attach to our credit card numbers and banking statements. This is insanity, people. Take a little bit more manual control in your life, and believe it or not, the more manual control you take in your life, the simpler your life actually becomes. Because you don't have to look back and go, where did this go? You realize that Comcast constantly tries to get people on their auto pay system and then auto bill system because they know that if you are on auto pay and you are on auto bill, you are not looking at those bills. And then they just, every few months, they might just try and slip on some extra fee that you don't actually have to pay. But after 60 days, according to that bill that you didn't read, after 60 days, you cannot dispute anything on the charges. It's more important to take control of your life. All right? And that's actually the motto that I have on my cups and things. Control your life, control your computer. That's kind of one of those things. So that's kind of my thoughts. This is getting scary. This is bad tech. This is not good. I can see the advantage of some of it, but not a lot of it. This is honestly a little bit more problematic. Oh, what do you guys think? I hope you've enjoyed this video from Switched to Linux. If you'd like to help support the channel, check out the links at the top. There is another video over here. You can check out our Patreon page down here. And you can check out shop.switchtolinux.com for information on a t-shirt like this or some other designs. Thanks for watching and hope that you enjoy switching to Linux.